Hey, what up, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. The Dodgers are interested in trading for Oakland A's right-handed pitcher Frankie Montas, and I've got the name for you that the A's are after in the Dodgers farm system to get the deal done. Frankie Montas, he left today's start with an injury. We'll dive into that in just a second. But first, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you really want to support the channel, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day: should the Dodgers trade for Frankie Montas? Are you concerned about him leaving today's start? Do you think that if they have to make a trade for a starting pitcher, is he number one on your list? Do you want to see Frankie Montas back with the Dodgers? And who would you be willing to give up, and who would you not be willing to give up among the Dodgers' top prospects? Let me know down below. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So today we're continuing our series on starting pitchers the Dodgers could trade for before the August 2nd MLB trade deadline, and today we're doing a deep dive on Oakland A's right-handed pitcher Frankie Montas. So a few days ago, MLB insider Hector Gomez, he tweeted out, source, the Dodgers are showing interest in potentially trading for right-handed pitcher Frankie Montas and Luis Castillo. And then today, Buster Only, he tweeted, the Cardinals are viewed by some rival execs as a favorite to get Oakland A's Frankie Montas because they have the most acute need and because it'd be tough for them to land Castillo or Mlb from the division rival Reds. So first things first, let's break out that Dodgers rumor meter. And for this rumor that has the Dodgers interested in potentially trading for right-handed pitcher Frankie Montas and Luis Castillo, right now I'm going to give this a 2.5 Dodger dogs. There's not serious smoke yet, but they are doing a little more than just talking. And I've talked to some insiders around the league, and there's an insider that told me, a very trusted insider right near the top, that said the Oakland A's want Bobby Miller. Yes, the Oakland A's, they have their sights set on Dodgers number 2 prospect Bobby Miller, and that is what it would take to get a deal done for Frankie Montas. Now, why is the cost so high? Well, one, there's a robust market of top-end teams, of big market contenders that are looking to add starting pitching. You're talking about the New York Yankees, the New York Mets, the St. Louis Cardinals. A lot of these big-name teams, they want a frontline guy, so there's stiff competition out there for Frankie Montas' services. But what do I always say? Rising tides lift all boats. So if the Dodgers want to go up there and part ways with the Bobby Miller, they could theoretically land Frankie Montas, because you've heard rumors out there that the Yankees are willing to give up their number 2 prospect, shortstop Oswald Peraza, and if they give up Peraza and they're talking about some top 5 prospects, the Dodgers will most definitely have to include a top 5 player in their farm system to get a deal done for either a Montas or a Castillo. So right now, Bobby Miller, that's a big asking price. And depending on who you talk to, some scouts think Bobby Miller projects as a number 1 or number 2 starter if everything works out. And there's other scouts that say, hey, his mechanics are a little rocky. Yes, the Dodgers, they've improved them in a lot of different ways. They've smoothed them out over the years since they drafted him out of Louisville in 2020, but they were rocky at times, and some scouts think he might eventually end up in the bullpen. So it just depends. If the Dodgers truly believe that Bobby Miller is the guy that has frontline potential, I doubt they'll part ways with him for Frankie Montas. But the benefit of Montas is the fact that he still has one more arbitration year left. So you get him for the rest of this season, and then also you get him for all of next season. And Andrew Friedman said last week that the Dodgers aren't prioritizing adding a reliever, but I'm telling you, the Dodgers are in the business of getting better. They will take on a player, if it's a starting pitcher, a position player, a reliever, that they think can help this team's chances of winning the World Series. And if they can get Frankie Montas without having to give up Bobby Miller, maybe you include a Ryan Pepiot or someone else, I think they strongly consider it, but I highly doubt that they would part ways with Bobby Miller. Based on people I've talked to, the Dodgers are very high on him. They think he has frontline potential in the future. And then another reason why this deal might not go through is because Montas left today's start against the Mariners after just one inning, and his velocity was down. He topped out at 94.5 miles per hour. It was down 2.4 miles per hour on the start. So did he get dealt today, or is he dealing with an injury? Maybe it's a lower body injury. I don't want to speculate too much, but that would definitely change things, and it would definitely up Luis Castillo's value. So we'll wait and see what happens with Frankie Montas. But the reality is the Dodgers have already made contact with the Oakland A's regarding Montas. Like I said, I've spoken to a very trusted insider, one of the tops in the game, and he said that the Oakland A's want Bobby Miller in exchange for Frankie Montas. So there's a lot of questions with this Dodgers rotation. Look, there's more question marks with this Dodgers rotation than the Riddler's suit. You have Clayton Kershaw's injury situation. You have Walker Buehler's injury. Is he going to come back? How's Dustin May going to look when he returns after the All-Star break? Tony Gonsolin, every time he steps onto the mound, he's setting a new career high in innings pitched. Before this season, his previous high was 59 and 2/3 innings pitched that he set last year, regular season and postseason combined. Well, now he's already at 81 and 2/3 innings. So we'll monitor that as this season progresses. But like I said, the time is meow for the great Catsby. I think he is going to sustain this to an extent. It was a nice start for Tyler Anderson this week. Julio Urias, he's really turned things around after some rocky starts. He's really pitching at an almost all-star level again. But I still think the Dodgers are going to consider trading for a starting pitcher when you consider the uncertainty of Walker Buehler and Clayton Kershaw. You just never know with him. So it's more of a contingency plan. It gives you some insurance if something happens to one of your starting pitchers and you get that frontline guy. But how good is Frankie Montas compared to Luis Castillo? Well, you know I bring my facts to fight. So let's dive into the numbers and see what they say about Filthy Frankie. So Frankie Montas continues to pitch well this season. The right-hander has given up only 2 runs on 6 hits over his last 14 innings of work. He was charged with a loss on Tuesday against the Yankees after giving up 2 runs on 4 hits with 7 strikeouts and 2 walks across 6 innings of work. But he's gotten virtually no run support this season at 2.73 runs per 9. That is the second worst, second lowest in all of Major League Baseball. And if you look at Frankie's MLB ranks so far this year, he has a 3.20 ERA. That's good for 27th in Major League Baseball. 3.20 FIP. That's good for 19th. A 3.35 Sierra. That's good for 13th. A 25.8 K percentage. That's good for 15th. A 2.21 opponent's batting average. That's good for 24th. A 1.5 BWAR and a 2 FWAR. That's good for 19th. But things all changed for Frankie Montas last summer. He got off to a slow start in the 2021 season, and then he made the decision to double the usage of his splitter. And when he did that, he saw immediate results. And since then, he's been a top 10 pitcher in all of Major League Baseball. Since July 1st, 2021, here's MLB ranks. A 2.68 ERA. That's good for 7th. A 2.99 FIP. That's good for 8th. A 27.5 K percentage. That's good for 11th. 195 innings pitched. That's good for 5th. So he is a workhorse. And a 4.9 FWAR. That's good for 8th. And if you look at his pitch mix, he throws that 4-seam fastball, that split finger, also throws in a sinker, a slider, and a cutter. But really, it's those 3 pitches, the 4-seam, the split finger, and the sinker. And the 4-seam fastball, when you talk about velocity, he's averaging 96.2 miles per hour on it. Uses it as his put-away pitch 22.5% of the time. Has a 27.9 whiff percentage. And it's not a flat 4-seam fastball. It does have some nice vertical movement on it, and he can really pump it when he needs it. In his last start against the Yankees, it topped out at 99.1 miles per hour. So you can really get it up there and throw it past hitters, but it really is that split finger fastball, that splitter that is his money pitch. Throws it down the zone, keeps hitters off balance, gets the swing and miss with it, and that is what I love about Frankie Montas, is his ability to miss bats and dominate hitters. And he's a guy that when he's on, he just straight up shoves out there on the mound. He's had some big punch-out games, had a 12 punch-out game back in May against the Halos, had an 11 punch-out game versus the Texas Rangers. And one thing I really love about Montas is his ability to get that swing and miss in the zone, that chase rate. It's currently in the 88th percentile. And if you look at his MLB percentile rankings compared to Luis Castillo, one thing that really stands out is that walk percentage. Frankie Montas is in the 72nd percentile, whereas Castillo is in the 37th percentile, but also the barrel percentage. Castillo in the 54th percentile, while Montas is in the 53rd percentile. Hard hit percentage around the same, expected ERA around the same, expected slug is tilted in Castillo's favor a little bit. Castillo is a little behind when it comes to fastball spin. It's around the same in whip percentage, and then of course Montas has him in chase rate. So they're both definitely pitchers that have top 10 stuff when it just comes to raw ability, and to me that's what makes these pitchers so intriguing and so enticing. The fact that they have flashed this frontline ace potential, and you also consider the fact that they're playing for the A's and the Reds, two of the worst franchises right now in all of Major League Baseball. So you put them in a Dodgers uniform and you expose them to the coaching and the advanced analytics that the Dodgers have. Connor McGinnis and Dr. Mark Pryor, they can unlock these guys and level them up and just completely take their games to new heights. So to me, that's what's so enticing, and that's why I would love to see either one of them in Dodger blue. But if you look at the pros and cons, Frankie Montas has been the more durable pitcher. He's been the more consistent pitcher over the last year. But if you look at Luis Castillo, that changeup is a more devastating pitch when it's on. Also has that high velocity, but he does have some command issues at times. So both these guys have flashed that top-end ace-level potential, and they both offer a dimension that you don't find right now in the Dodgers starting rotation. A guy that can just dominate hitters and shove with that four-seam fastball. So both guys are viable options. Both guys are horses. Both guys, if you really just unlock, they can definitely be a frontline starter for a World Series contending team. I fully believe that, and I think that, hey, if you can get one of these guys in a Dodgers uniform, you definitely increase their chances of winning the Fall Classic. But let me know down below in the comment section, do you want to see the Dodgers trade for Frankie Montas if he is healthy? Let me know down below. But the rumors are definitely real, and I've got another video coming out of some other starting pitchers the Dodgers could go after if it's not Frankie Montas or Luis Castillo. Got another video on bullpen pieces and some bats in the future as well. But let me know down below. My name is D-Mac. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, interviews, and more all season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.